Welcome to the installation video for the market-leading Inventco water door closer. The installation is straightforward and can be completed within 20 minutes by experienced installers. Firstly, the closer needs to be unpacked. Remove the closer from the clear plastic sheath and lay it down horizontally. As packed for delivery, the weight assembly is held firmly at the top of the tube by a white cord. Later on, once this white cord is removed, it is important never to allow the weight assembly to drop freely down the tube until it is filled with water. Although unlikely, damage could be caused to the weights, the valve or the internal rubber sealing bung near the bottom of the tube. Always control descent by holding onto the nylon line and slowly lowering the weights down the tube. Remove all securing adhesive tapes, but leave the white restraining cord in place. Withdraw the pulley box from the top of the tube as far as the restraining cord will allow. Packed in between the pulley box and the top of the weights are the anchor lug and mounting screws. Place them aside. Next, observe that there are two square black sleeves located at the top of the partially visible upper weight with the nylon line running through them. These are speed limiting sleeves. They are individually marked F and S on the bottom of one of the legs. One or the other can be used to provide for a faster or slower door closing speed than the factory-fitted medium speed sleeve. The medium speed sleeve, however, typically provides a satisfactory closing speed. Now untie the restraining cord and discard it. Firmly holding the nylon line, tilt the tube and slowly lower the weights fully down the tube. Fill the tube close to the top with tap or rainwater, never salted or chlorinated pool water, as these are corrosive. Insert the pulley box back into the tube. The closer is now ready to be installed onto the face of the door. Close the door and position the closer against the face of the trailing door style so that the top of the pulley box is about 5 mm below the upper door track. As necessary, lift and turn the pulley box so that the pulley box hole is facing towards the latch side of the door. With the weights remaining at the bottom of the tube, hold the nylon line horizontally across to the door jamb and locate and mark a point on the metal door jamb or wall for a screw on which the nylon line will be anchored. The location must be such that the nylon line will not rub against the sides of the exit hole in the pulley box and that the tip of the anchor screw, once inserted, will not contact the door and prevent the door from closing properly. Also ensure that there will be at least 5 mm clearance around the head of the screw to allow the anchor lug to be fitted over it. Mark and drill 3 mm 1/8 of an inch mounting holes on the face of the trailing door style and fasten the door closer to the door. Then drill a 3 mm hole for the anchor screw and partially insert the screw. With the door remaining fully closed, feed the nylon line firstly through the end slot in the anchor lug cap and then through the slotted post of the lug itself. Slide the lug and cap back along the nylon line towards the pulley box. Then, in order to test the functioning of the closer, hold the nylon line out to the anchor screw and lift the weights about 50 mm off the bottom of the tube. Pull slowly down on the line with the other hand to bring the weights up to just make contact with the pulley box, and then release it. The line should go slack and without faltering be smoothly drawn into the pulley box as the weights steadily descend towards the bottom of the tube until they stop and tighten the line. If the closer does not function as described, refer to the FAQs or call the help desk on 1-800-812-292. With the line still taut, release it sufficiently to let the weights just come to rest on the bottom of the tube. Then, keeping it straight, locate and tie a single knot at a point in the line 50 to 60 mm short of the screw. Leaving the cap where it is, slide the anchor lug up to the knot and pull firmly back on the line to tighten the knot. Without cutting off the excess line, hook the lug over the head of the anchor screw. The resistance of the weights will be felt as they are lifted off the bottom of the tube. A clearance of 50 millimeters off the bottom of the tube provides more than sufficient allowance for any future stretching of the nylon line. The door is now ready to test. Slowly open the door fully, or as far as the travel of the weights in the tube will allow, and then release it. A fully opened 1200 millimeter wide door should close in 4 to 7 seconds, which is an acceptable time range for most people. Now lift the anchor lug off the anchor screw, snip off the excess nylon line, snap on the dress cap and replace on the screw. As necessary, adjust the screw further in just so far that the anchor lug can still be easily hooked onto it, and easily removed if the closer needs to be temporarily disabled. If the closer does not fully close and latch the door, or hesitates at all during closing, check that the door rollers are in good condition and that top and bottom rollers, where both exist, are not adjusted too tightly, leaving no vertical clearance for the door. Also check that there is no damage to tracks or door, or that there is no excess rubbing against bug strips. If the door is closing but not latching, check whether the latch strike on the door frame needs adjusting up or down. If the door should close more slowly or more quickly than is desired, the medium speed limiter sleeve can be replaced by the faster or slower sleeve. The closer's instruction sheet describes how to do this. Should the door be extra wide and the weights not have sufficient travel for the door to be fully opened, it will be necessary to locate or relocate a bumper stop on the track. It is important that the weights do not impact against the bottom of the pulley box. If problems still exist, check out the FAQs at www.inventco.com, or finally, call our tech desk on 1-800-812-292.